I don't really go to that side.
How do you carioca? You're from Rio de Janeiro. You don't go to the beaches, Evander. What is this?
I'm saying I go to the beach, but I don't really go like to Copacabana or Ipanema. That side is a little far from me, from where I live.
Well, we get to welcome in FC Cincinnati's Brazilian midfielder, Evander, making his morning footy debut. Evander, I want to ask you about the last segment that we just had with these three at the desk. Eventually you guys chose who? Pedri as the best midfielder that's still in one of the remaining Champions League teams. For you, would you have ended up with Pedri, or who's one of your favorite midfielders in one of the remaining UCL teams?
I think Pedro is doing well right now, especially like this moment that Barcelona is living. For sure, he's running for one of the greatest midfielder in the season. But like old times, I would enjoy watching like Ronaldinho play. It's just my favorite player.
That was my next question. All right, Ronaldinho, I think, is the obvious choice, though. Evander, tell me, Brazilian legacy, other than Ronaldinho, who is you grew up watching? Who else was one of your favorites?
I think Neymar as well. Like, is the best of the generation. Of course, grew up watching him as well. Like coming from Santos, going to Barcelona. Watch him growing up as a player as well. Was a player that I could actually follow.
Evander, let's shift to FC Cincinnati here. How's life in Cincinnati been? Look, you make a big move from Portland last year. The obvious comparison was replacing Lucho Acosta. What has life been like under Pat Noonan?
It's been great. We have had a good start of the season. Playing CONCACAF for the first time for me, it was really good. Got some experience playing against good teams. In MLS, we started really well. We're claiming the table. We're on top. So I think that's the ambition we have. It's really great to be here, to be winning games, to be fighting for something special.
Last year, Evander, I mean, incredible season for you and just falling short at the end for that MVP trophy, I mean, to Messi nonetheless. But what are your motivations this year? What are they and your personal goals that you've set for yourself?
I think just to do better than I did last year. I think I had a great season last year. And this season in a new club, I just want to do like even better, you know. I know it's not easy coming from another club and knowing your new teammates and, get to know the new system, the new style of playing. But I think I started really well with the team, and I'm very happy with myself for like just doing what I did last year and then improving it even more.
Evander, you say it's not easy, brother, but you have 6 goals in 7 games. Something's got to be clicking way too early for you.
Well, I'm just enjoying every game that I play here. And try to play as natural as possible. Try to do what I do the best, which is make the plays, having fun during the game, score the goals. I love scoring goals. Love giving assists. So I'm just trying to do my best and help the team.
Evander, what's changed in your role from starting it with Gio, in Portland, then going to Phil, and now coming over to Pat Noonan? Has anything changed in that number 10 role for you?
I think it's the same role. It's a number 10, classic number 10, just with the freedom to move everywhere in the pitch, and that's how I like to play. I like to have this freedom. I like to be involved in the plays, and I like to surprise the opponent, and when you play with freedom, the things just goes easier, to your way.
Evander, listen, we don't have too many Brazilians on the show, and I want to take the opportunity to ask you about the national team. I imagine you're following everything very closely. We have so many questions about what's going on, the direction of Brazilian football, Brazilian management. I mean, you play for Vasco. How closely are you following, and what's your pulse on what's going on with a seleção?
I know it's a tough moment that we're living right now. Of course, we as one of the biggest national teams in the world, we wanted to be better. We wanted to, play well, get the happiness that we had in the previous times. But I know we got to turn this around. It's just a moment that we have been living. But I know things at some point we go in the right way. We still got time to prepare for the World Cup, and I think we're gonna be fine there.
Evander, on the note of Brazil, we want to end the interview on something fun. I know you're from Rio, right?
Yes, I'm from Rio.
All right, rank me the Rio de Janeiro beaches in order.
I don't go to all the beaches in Rio, but I would say Barra is the first one because I live just right there. I'll say Copacabana second because it's really famous. Everybody knows it. Ipanema is a good one. Leblon as well. So it's I don't really go to that side.
How do you carioca? You're from Rio de Janeiro. You don't go to the beaches, Evander. What is this?
I'm saying I go to the beach, but I don't really go to Copacabana or Ipanema. That side is a little far from me, from where I live. So I have beach just right 10 minutes from my house. So I just rather go to the closest one.
What's your favorite beach in Cincinnati?
I haven't found it yet.
Yeah, that's still missing. Now, Evander, I will say, so I worked with DC United for a while, and as a staff, Cincinnati was our favorite place to travel to. It's Ohio, but listen, I know Cincy has some of the best.
Ohio catching straight.
Well, it's Ohio, but listen, they have some of the best margaritas there. I know that. But what about Brazilian food? How are you able to kind of tap into the Brazilian culture over there in Cincy?
There is the Texas here, the restaurants. It's a good one. It's a new one. They just opened up. And I try to do myself as well at home. I go to grocery, try to buy all the stuff that we have from Brazil. There's the Jungle Jeans as well, which is the market. We have some stuff from Brazil. And I try to do that at home. Or when my mom comes here as well, she can cook really well and just make eat all the food from Brazil that I miss.
Nico, you gonna head over to Evander so he can cook you a good Brazilian meal?
Feijoada. I make some really good feijoada. I think for an Argentine, I do a pretty good feijoada. So we'll see.
Evander, thank you so much for joining us on Morning Footy.